let me start with a simple question. Okay, so have you ever noticed that during summer, instead of feeling energized, you actually feel more tired, more irritable, and sometimes you just don't sleep well? No, you're not alone. So most people think summer is a time to relax, but what many don't realize is summer can actually stress the body more. Okay. So here what's happening inside your body. So when the temperature rises, your body works harder to cool itself down. That means more sweating, more fluid loss, and more strain internally. And because of that, your stress hormone, yung palagi namin sinasabi ni Dr. Ariel, that's cortisol can increase. No? Now, when cortisol is elevated, you feel tired but wired. You get easily irritated, you have cravings, and most importantly, your sleep gets disrupted. Okay? So, and let's talk about the sleep also. So, hot weather makes it harder for your body to enter deep sleep. So, even if you sleep 6 to 8 hours, you wake up feeling like you didn't rest at all. So, parang pagod pa rin po tayo. No, that's what we call summer burnout. No, so you're resting, but your body is not recovering. Okay. So, what can we do about it? Simple and practical. First, we should cool our body the right way, not just aircon or electric fan, no? But internal cooling. We call that hydration, electrolytes, and proper nutrition. Second one is support your hormones. Well, I'll be discussing that later, no? Para maintindihan din po natin kung bakit siya nakaka-affect with the hormones. And avoid too much sugar and caffeine. So we add also natural support like magnesium or adaptogens to help our body handle stress. And third, we improve our sleep environment. So cooler room, what else? Less screen time before bed and proper hydration even before sleeping. And here's something very important. Sometimes water alone is not enough. So when you sweat, you don't just lose water, you lose minerals and electrolytes that your body needs to function properly. That's why some people keep drinking, but still feel weak and tired. So our goal this summer is simple. We don't just don't just survive the heat. Of course, we learn how to support our body so we can still feel energized. What else? Clear and well rested. No? So, my final message as with this, our ano po natin, our summer burnout is real topic is if you've been feeling tired, having poor sleep or low energy this past few weeks, we know it's summer, so it's not just you. So it's your body asking for the right support. And once you give your body what it needs, you'll feel the difference. Okay. So start na po tayo. Okay, why summer burnout? Okay, let me explain something very important. Summer burnout is real and it's not just in your mind. It's actually happening inside your body. So there are three main reasons why you feel more tired. So more irritable and less energized during hot weather. As you can see with my slides, the number one is heat equals stress. So your body treats prolonged heat as a threat. Okay? Meaning kahit hindi ka stress emotionally, your body reacts as if you are under stress. Okay, it releases cortisol, your stress hormone. So now, what happens when cortisol is high? So you feel easily irritated, you feel tired but restless. What else? You crave sweets or cold sugary drinks. That's why umiinom tayo ng mga sodas or even kung minsan mga juices, no? Nowadays kasi it's summer. So, a very good example of this is, have you noticed that on very hot days, you get impatient faster. Parang ang bilis mong mainis, even small things. So that's not just attitude, no? So that's your body under heat stress. Okay, what else? Sleep collapses. So for you to have deep, restorative sleep, your body temperature needs to cool down at night. Okay, but during summer, the nights are hot. Your body cannot cool down properly. So even if you sleep 6 to 8 hours, hindi malalim ang tulog mo, no? So a good example of this is you wake up in the morning and say, parang kulang pa rin ang tulog ko, no? Or you wake up in the middle of the night, nagpapawis tayo or uncomfortable. That's because your body is fighting the heat instead of recovering. Okay. What else? The hormone shift. Okay. So your hormones actually follow a natural rhythm. So, but summer disrupts this balance, especially tumataas ang cortisol dahil na-stress po tayo, no? Melatonin, which is responsible for sleep. We have also ghrelin, responsible for hunger, and leptin for satiety. No? So when these are imbalanced, you feel more hungry, especially for sweets or cold drinks. No? So medyo aminado po ako doon kasi I eat chocolates or even soda kung minsan. So you feel less satisfied after eating. So you feel tired during the day but awake at night. So, example of this is, have you noticed you eat more ice cream, no? Milk tea or sweets during summer? And even after eating, parang bitin pa rin, no? So, that's hormonal imbalance triggered by heat. So, what does this all mean? So, if you are feeling tired, irritable, not sleeping well, always craving sugar. So, it's not just lifestyle, it's your body responding to summer stress. Okay. So let's proceed to the next slide. Okay. Heat stress leading to cortisol imbalance. Okay. So let's talk about something very important. Your body does not see heat as comfort. It sees it as a stress. Okay. So as you can see, the heat cortisol connection, yung nilagay ko po dito sa left portion, no? When you are exposed to prolonged heat, your body goes into survival mode. So it means it tries to cool you down, it increases the circulation, it makes you sweat more, and to support all of this, your body releases cortisol. So palagi namin sinasabi ni Dr. Ariel Bayra ang cortisol. Ang cortisol po ay stress hormone na tumataas kapag once na stress po yung katawan po natin. Okay. So now, the cortisol is not bad. Okay, so it actually helps you stay alert, regulate blood pressure, respond to stress. But the problem is when heat exposure is constant. So, dahil dito sa Pilipinas, we have everyday summer or weather, no? So, cortisol stays elevated longer than it should. Okay. So what happens when cortisol stays high? So over time, this leads to imbalance. Well, tumataba po tayo. Fat storage increases, especially on the belly area. Or inflammation rises, energy becomes unstable, and your body's stress system, which is what we call the HPA axis, it starts to become dysregulated. Okay. So, Doc, ano po ang HPA axis? So, what is HPA axis dysregulation? So, isi-simplify ko lang po. No? So, think of it like this. Your body has an internal stress thermostat. Okay. So, but because of daily heat exposure, that thermostat becomes confused. So, it doesn't know when to turn stress on or off. Okay, so instead of high energy in the morning, relax at night, you experience the opposite. Okay. And of course, this one, the warning signs, no? So let's make this very practical. First, afternoon energy crashes. For example, after lunch, instead of feeling productive, you feel suddenly tired, sleepy, or weak, even if you slept early. So you end up needing coffee or something sweet just to function. Okay? Number two is wired at night, exhausted in the morning. So, ang magandang halimbawa po nito is at night, kahit pagod ka, your mind is still active. So you scroll your phone. You can fall asleep easily. No? So, but in the morning, you feel heavy, groggy, what else? Or even unrefreshed. No? What else? The third one, we increase sugar or carb cravings. No? A very good example of this, you keep craving on milk tea, ice cream, cold sugary drinks, and even after taking them, panandalian lang ang energy. So then you crash again. So that's cortisol plus blood sugar imbalance. Okay? What else? Ay yung pang-apat po natin na nakalagay sa warning sign. So brain fog and irritability. A very good example of this is you forget simple things, you can focus, and small issues easily irritate you. So parang ang bilis mong matrigger even without reason, no? So we can see it in a big picture. So when you feel tired, what else? Craving sugar, not sleeping well, easily irritated. It's not just init lang or naiinitan lang yung katawan pa natin. We call that it's heat stress affecting your hormones, especially the cortisol. Okay. And the longer this goes on without proper support, the more your becomes drained, inflamed, or even imbalanced. That's why understanding this concept is very important. No? So because once you recognize the signs, you can start giving your body the right support to recover and rebalance. Okay, so let's proceed to the next slide. Okay, so I put here the cortisol curve, no? So understanding the cortisol curve and why your energy feels off in summer. So let's talk about your natural energy rhythm. So what we call the cortisol curve. Okay? So think of cortisol as your body's internal alarm clock and energy regulator. So as you can see, uh, there is a morning peak or your natural go signal. Okay? So in a healthy body, cortisol should be highest in the morning right when you wake up. Okay? So this is what gives you energy, makes you feel alert, helps you start your day. So very good example of this is when your cortisol is balanced, you wake up and feel refreshed, ready and clear-minded. Okay? Hindi mo kailangan ng kape agad just to function. Okay. What else? The PM decline or your body starts to wind down. Okay. So as the day goes on, cortisol should gradually decrease. And by nighttime, your body becomes relaxed, your mind slows down, you feel sleepy naturally. So, example of this is around evening, you start to feel calm. Antok comes naturally. Okay, and you fall asleep without forcing it. That's a healthy cortisol rhythm. Okay. And then kung makikita nyo po dito, we have burnout pattern. So, when the curve is disrupted, now here what happens in summer burnout or chronic stress, no? The cortisol curve becomes imbalance. Okay? Instead of high in the morning, low at night, it becomes low in the morning, high or erratic at night. Okay? So, let's make it real. Sa flat morning, you wake up feeling heavy, tired, not motivated. And you say, parang kulang pa rin ang tulog ko. even if you slept 6 to 8 hours. So, we have also the energy dip during the day. So by afternoon, you feel drained. You need coffee, sugar, or naps, and even the wired at night. So ang ibig kong sabihin nito is suddenly at night you feel awake again, no? So your mind is active, you scroll your phone, hirap ka matulog. Okay, yun po yung ibig sabihin po noon. And that is the classic burnout pattern. So tired in the morning, drained in the afternoon, and awake at night. So why does this happen? No? Because meron tayong heat stress, poor sleep, or even dehydration. Okay, so all disrupt your cortisol rhythm. Your body loses its natural timing, kumbaga. Okay? So in some simple summary, a healthy body should feel energized in the morning, stable during the day, and relax at night. So, but when cortisol is imbalanced, baliktad, no? So, kapag morning, doon po tayo napapagod or tired. Afternoon, we have crashes, nag-binge tayo sa mga pagkain na matatamis or nagmi-milk tea, nag-ice cream. And at night is wired tayo, meaning uh, hindi tayo madaling makatulog. Okay, so if your energy feels baliktad or reversed, that's not normal aging. Okay, that's not just pagod in Tagalog or pagod, and that's your cortisol curve being disrupted. And the good news is once you restore this rhythm, your energy, sleep, and mood will follow. Okay, so next slide. So this is a great myth versus truth set because almost everything because assume about summer health is only half the story. Okay, your body is doing much more complex regulation behind the scenes than just sweating or cooling or nagpapalamig tayo. So let's break it down clearly and correctly. So myth number one, sabi po dito, summer heat just makes you sweat more, no? But the fact is, heat is a full body stress signal, not just a cooling trigger. When your core temperature rises, your body doesn't only activate sweat glands or pinagpapawisan tayo. Kumbaga, it activates also a stress response cascade. Okay, so when the cortisol increases, your primary stress or which is the primary stress hormone, insulin sensitivity decreases, no? So kapag nag-decrease ang insulin sensitivity natin, there is a higher risk of blood sugar fluctuations or even electrolyte shifts occur. So our sodium, potassium, magnesium are actively low. Kumbaga nalulos siya kasi kapag pinagpapawisan po tayo or even our cardiovascular load increases. So our heart works harder to cool you. That's why kapag mainit ang panahon, kinakabog tayo. Okay? So sweating is just the visible part. Internally, heat is acting like a physiologic stress test on your entire system. Okay, myth number two, no? So you need less sleep in summer because days are longer, sabi nila. Pero the fact is you still need 7 to 9 hours, no? Longer daylight and often worsens sleep quality. So your sleep requirement doesn't change with seasons. What does change is your circadian rhythm regulation. So the longer the daylight, you should have this delayed melatonin release. And higher evening temperatures reduce deep sleep. So, nagiging slow wave sleep drops ang tawag po namin doon kapag in medical concerns or terms. So, more light exposure, there should not be a fragmented sleep cycles. No? Also, even if you stay up longer, your brain still needs 7 to 9 hours sleep for memory consolidation, hormonal recovery, such as growth hormone, and then the cortisol reset, and even cellular repair. So in summer, many people are actually sleep deprived without realizing it because sleep quality is not on their just duration, but actually it drops. Okay? So myth number three, drinking more water is enough to stay healthy, but the fact is water alone is incomplete hydration. So sweating doesn't just remove water kapag pinagpapawisan tayo, no? It removes also electrolytes. Okay? So anong electrolytes pong mga yon? The sodium, which is responsible for fluid balance and nerve signaling. What else? The potassium, which is responsible for muscle and heart rhythm. No? What else? Magnesium. So it's for energy production, relaxation. So if you only replace water, you can dilute blood sodium levels. So cells may become waterlogged but under electrified. Or symptoms can include fatigue, headaches, cramps, brain fog. And as we all know, true hydration is equal to water and electrolytes working together. Okay, what else? The last bit. Sabi nila, exercise anytime is always good for you. Actually, well, ang exercise naman nakakatulong po talaga. Pero the fact is timing and heat exposure significantly change the hormonal response. So, exercise is beneficial, but context matters. So, during peak heat hours, like roughly 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., our temperature rises faster. So, our cortisol response doubles, or we call that stress load increases because of the cortisol. And even our heart rate is higher at the same workload. So perceived exertion increases, you feel more exhausted sooner. So for some individuals, especially those already stressed or sleep deprived, this can overload recovery systems, increase adrenaline strain, reduce workout benefits, and on better timing in early morning, cooler dapat. The cortisol naturally aligned and evening after heat drops. Okay. So the big picture is summer doesn't just change your environment, no? It changes your hormones, hydration chemistry, and recovery capacity. So the real rule is your body in heat is not working the same, just sweating more. So it is actively shifting into a higher stress physiological state that requires smarter sleep, hydration, and even exercise timing. Okay. Let's proceed to the next slide. So, why you can sleep in summer? Bakit daw hindi tayo nakakatulog pag summer, no? So, sleep is not just feeling tired. Okay? It requires a precise drop in core body temperature plus hormonal shift into recovery mode. No? So summer heat disrupts both. Okay. So as you can see, core temperature won't drop. So switch can activate and your body must cool down by about 1 to 2 degrees Fahrenheit or zero point 0.5 to 1 degrees centigrade or Celsius to fall asleep. No? So at night, the brain or the hypothalamus triggers the blood vessel dilation in the skin, heat loss through extremities, or drop in core temperature, no? So, but in a hot room, skin cannot release heat efficiently. Our core temperature stays elevated and the sleep initiation signal is delayed or blocked. So, ano po ang resulta nito kapag mainit? So, you feel sleepy but cannot actually drop into sleep. Parang feeling mo lang inaantok ka pero hindi ka talaga makatulog. Okay, that's the meaning of that. And bakit hindi din tayo nakakatulog during summer is melatonin is suppressed, no? So nilagay ko dito, our brain stays in day mode. Melatonin is your sleep hormone, no? But it is extremely sensitive to light and environmental cues. Okay, so in summer, you get longer daylight exposure, more evening screen, blue light, yung tinatawag natin sa cellphone po natin, and later sunset signals to the brain. And this leads to delayed melatonin release, shifted sleep timing, you feel sleepy, yung mga ganun na episodes, or persistent alertness at bedtime. So your brain thinks it's still daytime, okay? And the third one is the cortisol, sorry. The cortisol stays elevated, tired but wired, feeling normally at night, and cortisol should be low. Sabi na po namin ni Dr. Ariel Byron, no, dapat mababa po ang cortisol levels po natin. Dok, bakit kailangan po nating i-manage yan? Kasi we have this parasympathetic system. So, yun po yung tinatawag natin na rest and digest. It should dominate, but heat stress changes this, no? So, meaning, if there is heat, there is a physiological stressor. Our cortisol stays higher in the evening. That's why maraming masusugit po sa gabi. Heart rate remains slightly elevated and nervous system stays activated. So what's the results? You feel exhausted, but your body is still in survival alert mode, not in a sleep mode. Okay, so putting it all together, summer insomnia happens because you can cool down. So hindi ka nakakapag-cool down yung katawan mo. That is why your sleep trigger fails and melatonin is delayed. Your brain stays awake and your cortisol is elevated, which means your nervous system stays on. So the classic feeling becomes, I'm tired, but my body won't let me sleep. Okay? Kaya nakakaramdam po tayo ng mga ganun na pakiramdam na parang good ako pero hindi ako makatulog. Yun po yung ibig pong sabihin. So, our key insight is sleep is not just about fatigue. So, it's a temperature plus hormone synchronization event. No? So, if either cooling fails, melatonin is delayed, or cortisol stays high, sleep becomes fragmented or delayed. Okay, yun lang po yung ibig sabihin po noon. Okay, next slide. So, sleep architecture breakdown. So, in sleep architecture, healthy versus heat disrupted. So, isa-summarize ko na lang po ito, no? So, ang healthy sleep, meaning we should have this cool environment, fast sleep onset, kasi bumabagsak ang temperature natin kapag malamig yung katawan. And strong deep sleep, stage 3, early night, meaning dapat meron po tayong physical repair na nangyayari. And stable REM cycles, parang ang ginagawa po is inactivate yung memory natin and emotional recovery. And low nighttime cortisol, uh, there is a rising of melatonin. And even the smooth interrupted sleep stages, yun po yung nagiging ng benefit ng katawan po natin kapag once na nasa tama po tayong kumbaga healthy sleep po tayo. While having this heat disrupted sleep or having this hot environment, uh, ang nangyayari po is nagkakaroon po tayo ng delayed sleep onset, no? Our core temperature stays high. What else? Reduces deep sleep. So, nagkakaroon po tayo ng poor recovery or fatigue. What else? Nagkakaroon po tayo ng fragmented REM. So, nagkakaroon po tayo ng mood and memory issues. What else? Elevated evening cortisol causes wired but tired. Sabi ko kanina, yung parang kahit gabi gising pa rin po tayo kahit pagod yung katawan po natin. Okay? So, nagkakaroon din po tayo ng frequent awakenings and shallow sleep. So, ang ibig pong lang sabihin po dito is our body should be cool, no? So, para magkaroon po tayo ng deep restorative sleep, and the heat stress as much as possible is dapat shallow, fragmented, and nagkukos po yun ng non-restorative sleep. Okay. So, I'll proceed with the next slide po, no? So, quick poll po, no? I'm going to read a few simple statements. So, please raise your hand if any of these sound familiar, no? So, number one, I wake up tired even after 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Pwede nyo pong itaas yung kamay nyo. Or the second one is I get a second wind of energy around 9 to 11 p.m. The third one is I wake up between 2 to 4 a.m. and can't fall back asleep. Okay, so our transition statement with this is if you raise your hand for any of these quick poll that I put is you're likely experiencing cortisol dysregulation and summer heat can make it significantly worse. Okay, so let's proceed to the next slide. So we have simple cooling strategies. So cold exposure or the parasympathetic, we call this parasympathetic reset, no? So cool shower or cold plunge 1 to 2 hours before bed, makakatulong po yun sa sleep patterns po natin. It helps activate the parasympathetic nervous system, no? And supports faster sleep onset and calmer heart rate. The second one is exercise timing. Okay. So exercise before 9 a.m. or after 6 p.m. So avoid peak heat. Bawal po tayong mag-exercise ng 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. No? And it prevents excess cortisol and heat stress load. And what else? Number three, strategic hydration. So we should aim for one half body weight in ounce of water daily and add electrolytes as sodium, potassium, and magnesium. So it prevents dehydration, related cortisol spikes, and fatigue. Okay, and then the fourth one is sleep environment optimization. So keep room at 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit or at least into degrees centigrade ang gamit po natin dito. Nasa 18 to 20 degrees centigrade if possible. So use blackout curtains, plus cooling pad or fan, and prefer breathable fabric. So, bamboo sheets, yung mga ganon, for moisture control. Okay, so cooling the body is not comfort. It is hormonal regulation for better sleep, lower cortisol, and faster recovery. Okay. So, our next slide is more on the hydration, the hidden weapon. So, I just put here that there is a quick reality check. No, so 75% of adults are chronically dehydrated. That's as per research. Even 2% has this body water loss can trigger cortisol increase and food cravings and reduce focus and energy stability. And this is why people feel tired, anxious, and hungry. So when they're actually just underhydrated. Okay, so why hydration changes everything? No? So may nagtatanong sa akin dito, nagme-message na why hydration changes everything. So as we all know, we have this metabolism plus blood sugar. So proper hydration can improve glucose metabolism by up to 40%. Okay, so water helps insulin function more efficiently and dehydration equals to slower metabolic signaling and higher fatigue. That is why sabi ng mga gustong pumayat, inom lang ng tubig, pumapayat sila. Actually, that's true. Okay? So, we have also the electrolyte trinity, no? So, nilagay ko lang po dito yung sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Kasi in summer heat, usually plus 500 to 1,000 milligrams per day extra needed from this sodium. Okay, so it prevents water from passing through without absorption and it supports energy or even blood pressure stability. Okay, what else? Potassium. So found in, saan po natin makikita ito? Sa coconut water, bananas, avocados. So it balances sodium inside cells. No? So it supports muscle function, heart rhythm, and cellular hydration. So kung napapansin niyo po kapag nasa emergency room, and pina-check po yung potassium, it means na tinitignan po namin yung heart rhythm. Kasi kapag mataas po ang potassium, possible po na ang mangyari po ay mag-cardiac arrest po yung patients po natin. Okay? So what else? Magnesium. Okay, the dose is 200 to 400 milligrams. So in the magnesium, it's in form of glycinate kasi mas preferred po natin yon dapat. Why? Because it calms the nervous system, no? So it reduces the stress response and helps water actually enter cells instead of staying in the bloodstream. So it improves also sleep quality and recovery. Okay? So our key insight here is hydration is not just drinking water. Kumbaga, it is electrolyte-driven cellular hydration din po siya that directly controls energy, cravings, what else, cortisol, and metabolism. So, ang gusto kong i-emphasize ko dito is kapag tubig lang, kumbaga, it's incomplete hydration. Okay? So, water and electrolytes gives stable energy, calmer cortisol, or better metabolism. Okay? So, I'll proceed with uh, my next slide. Okay. So, summer nutrition for hormone balance. Okay? Which I just put here some examples. No, protein at breakfast. So, we should aim 20 to 30 grams protein. It anchors circadian rhythm, it stabilizes blood sugar, and prevents midday cortisol spikes and cravings. We have these anti-inflammatory foods. Dok, ano yan? Actually, it's the fatty fish, okay? Or the omega-3s. Omega-3, 6, 12. There are different types of omega, no? So, what else? We have also berries, okay? So berries acts as antioxidants and the turmeric, which is the anti-inflammatory pathways. Okay, so it helps lower cortisol-driven inflammation. What else? Magnesium-rich foods. So dark leafy greens, nuts and seeds, dark chocolates, so why I put the magnesium rich foods here, no? So actually it supports the nervous system calm. What else? It's for the stress resilience and better sleep quality. Okay? So we have also cooling foods, no? So like cucumber, watermelon, coconut water, mint. So it helps naturally or reduce the body temperature and it improves sleep and heat tolerance. Okay, so if there is eat more of, meron din po tayong cutback. Okay, so what to limit also? No, so first, afternoon caffeine. Okay, so the half-life of coffee is 5 to 6 hours. Okay, so if you have this 3 p.m. coffee, it activates the stimulation until 9 p.m. Okay, so it leads to elevated nighttime cortisol. Okay, what else? Refined sugar. So it causes blood sugar spikes. As we all know, I discussed later about sugar or sugary drinks crashes. It crash triggers compensatory cortisol release and it creates energy instability plus cravings loop. Okay? So what else? Alcohol. So it disrupts the REM sleep. So na-discuss ko po kanina about REM sleep. It dehydrates the body. It raises the cortisol for hours after intake. No? So what else? Heavy night meals. So it increases digestion or digestion related heat production. So it raises the core temperature and blocks the natural cooling needed for sleep onset. Okay. So summer hormone balance is not just what you eat. Okay. It's how your food affects cortisol, temperature, blood sugar, and sleep timing. Okay. Let's go to the next slide. Okay. Movement and breath work. Okay. So if we have this smart summer movement, usually morning walks before 9 a.m. Okay? Because sunlight plus gentle movement is equal to circadian reset. Okay? Why? It helps normalize cortisol rhythm. So, as I've told you a while ago, it's peak in the morning, low at night. Okay? And it improves alertness there. And of course, during the day and sleep quality at night, no? What else? Yoga and stretching. So it activates the parasympathetic nervous system. So it shifts body from stress mode to recovery mode. So it lowers muscle tension plus mental hyperactivity. Okay? What else? Swimming. So, natural full body cooling effect po yun kapag nagswiswim po tayo. So, it's a low impact full body exercise and ideal for heat sensitive individuals. Meaning, it reduces kasi yung thermal stress load na sinasabi po namin kapag once na nasa tubig po tayo. Okay? So what else is strength training? Preferred po dapat dun sa gabi po siya ginagawa, no? So it builds metabolic plus hormonal resilience and it's best done when heat has dropped and it helps avoid midday cortisol overload while still improving fitness. Okay. So I put also the cortisol lowering breath work, no? Breath work. Okay, the 4-7-8 technique. Okay, you should inhale 4 seconds and hold it for 7 seconds and exhale it for 8 seconds. Okay. Dok, ano yan? Anong ginagawa niyan? Yung 4-7-8 technique na yan. Usually, it activates the parasympathetic nervous response. Okay. So it slows the heart rate and it calms the stress system and it's effective in 3 to 4 cycles. Okay. So we have also box breathing. We call that box breathing. 4 seconds inhale, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds exhale, and 4 seconds hold. So this is used for stress control and focus. Usually ginagamit ito sa military training method. Okay? Why? Because it stabilizes the nervous system under pressure. Okay? And we have also physiological sigh, or we call that in medical term, the fastest reset. Okay? So double the inhale through nose and long, slow exhale. Okay? So rapidly, it reduces the carbon dioxide tension and one of the fastest real-time downshifts of stress response. Okay? So our key insight in here is movement regulates energy. So breath regulates stress. Together, they reset cortisol and restore hormonal balance, especially under summer heat stress. Okay. So the next one, adaptogens. Well, adaptogens is a science-backed supplements. Okay, so we have adaptogens and stress support. So like the body handle stress better by balancing the cortisol, or we call that HPA axis response. So especially useful in heat, poor sleep, and burnout. So I included some supplements here like ashwagandha. It lowers the high cortisol. It improves the sleep and anxiety, and best for wired but tired. So even Rhodiola rosea, it boosts the energy or even the mental stamina. It reduces also the fatigue under stress and best for burnout and low focus. And we have also phosphatidylserine. So it normalizes the cortisol rhythm, especially in the evening, supports memory and stress recovery, and magnesium. So magnesium glycinate, usually preferred po natin yun. So it calms nervous system, it improves sleep quality, and reduces tension and anxiety. Okay. So, this is we call integrative support. Okay. So, it supports cellular energy and recovery, and it helps reduce oxidative stress It improves overall stress resilience. Okay, so my key message here is adaptogens don't usually stimulate. Kumbaga, they stabilize stress hormones so the body can recover, sleep, and function normally again. Okay, so okay, so our daily summer routine. So actually, our daily summer routine, I call this clean version, no? So in the morning, sunlight within 30 minutes of waking, no? So usually 20 to 30 grams protein breakfast, electrolyte hydration, light walk or movement, and set daily intention. Okay? In the afternoon, avoid peak heat at 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So no caffeine, afternoon. What else? Cooling snacks. Usually, cucumber or fruits. Maganda po yun na kainin po natin. And 5-minute breath work if it's stressed and continue electrolytes. And in the evening, as much as possible, we have this cool shower. So 1 to 2 hours before bed. Dim lights, no screens. Usually 1 hour before sleep. Magnesium or adaptogen support for 7-8 breathing in bed or sleep in a cool room. No, usually 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit or in degrees it's 18 to 20 degrees centigrade or Celsius. Okay. So, okay, let's proceed sa nanocell, okay? So, bakit, Doc, dinidiscuss mo ito? Usually, most people try to fix fatigue, no? Poor sleep, and even skin issues from the outside. So, but the real problem often starts at the cellular level. So, that's where nanocell supplements come in. So, they're designed to support your body's energy systems, what else? Reduce oxidative stress and improve recovery. So instead of just masking symptoms, you're helping your body function better from within. So especially in summer, no? That's why I chose this topic, even with a collaboration with Dr. Ariel with the heat stroke, when he discussed that last week, no? So what else when heat, dehydration, and stress, or even elevation of cortisol levels, your cells need extra support. No, nanocell works best alongside proper sleep, hydration, and nutrition to help you feel more energized, sleep better, and maintain overall balance. So if you want to protect your energy this season, this summer season, this is one of the smartest ways to support your body. Okay. So what else? Neglecting your liver may be the reason for your dull, unhealthy skin. Okay. Dok, bakit mo naman nilagay yan? So usually, well, your skin is not separate from your internal health. Okay, so it reflects what's happening in key systems of your body, especially in the liver, no? So, which is your main detox and metabolic organ. So, why the liver affects the skin? So the liver is responsible for detoxifying toxins and hormones like excess estrogen. Why? Because excess estrogen predisposes us to have breast cancer or even sa mga lalaki nagkakaroon ng breast cancer din, no? So that's why we need to monitor the hormones as much as possible. And then if there is an increase of the hormonal levels, then definitely we should assess that properly. Okay. What else? Anong trabaho pa ng liver? Kumbaga, it more on processing fats, no, and nutrients needed for skin repair, and it neutralizes oxidative stress. So if liver function is overloaded or inefficient, toxins and inflammatory compounds may circulate longer, such as your hormonal imbalance can occur, like nagkakaroon po tayo ng acne, dullness, and even oxidative stress increases. So your skin looks like tired, uneven, or inflamed. No? So what's the result? Dull, congested, or even we call that unhealthy looking skin. Okay. So, Doc, anong magiging recommendation mo pag ganon? Usually, we have 45 days to radiant. So, now, if there's one thing I want you to remember tonight, it's this, no? When your body is stressed, overheated, and overloaded, it shows on your skin. Okay? Can you believe it? So usually dullness, uneven tone, breakouts, these are not just skin issues, no? They're signs of internal imbalance. What else? Oxidative stress and poor detox support. That's why we're introducing something simple but powerful. So ready to shine? So unlike your glow in just 45 days, no? With Bloom Gluta, you're not just whitening your skin, you're supporting your body from within. Okay? So why Bloom Gluta works? Bakit naman, paano nagwo-work doc ang glutathione sa body? Ethically sourced, usually our product is high quality, having this high quality ingredients which is safe and reliable. And it has the dual action formula that supports detox and promotes brighter skin. What else? It has the expert formulation. Kumbaga, optimize siya for absorption and effectiveness. What else? Convenient. It's 90 capsules, so easy daily routine and it's affordable. Usually premium skin support at only 1,804 pesos. So we are one of the cheapest glutathione uh, manufacturer in the Philippines and all natural. So there will be no side effects. It came from plant-based ingredients. Okay? So if you've been struggling with low energy, stress, and skin that doesn't reflect how you feel inside, this is your opportunity to reset from the inside out. Okay? So because glowing skin is not just applied, so it's built from your cells, your liver, and your daily habits. So it start today and even stay consistent. So and in 45 days, you won't just see the difference and but you'll feel it. Okay. Okay. I proceed to the next slide. Okay. That we have also the 21-day detox challenge. So we call that Nuclean's Detox, no? So or the 21-day program. So let's be clear. Your body already detoxifies every day through your liver, kidneys, and gut. Sabi ko po before, that was last month, no? With our Zoom or even in Facebook Live. So but in reality, because of stress, poor diet, heat, and environmental toxin, these systems can become overloaded and less efficient. So usually what Nucleanse does, Nucleanse is not a harsh flush, okay? So it's a gentle, supportive detox program designed to help your body do its job better. Okay, it's a gentle detox, kumbaga. So it supports the natural detox pathways. So there no harsh laxatives or extreme cleansing. It has the smooth, gradual process, no? So we have also the natural ingredients. So we use herbs and nutrients that support liver function. It helps also to optimize how your body processes toxins and waste. So what else? It supports digestion. It improves the gut movement and digestion. So it helps with efficient waste elimination and reduces bloating and sluggish feeling. Okay, what else? Weight management support. So it helps reduce water retention and bloating. It supports the metabolism when paired with proper diet and not a quick fix. Okay, but a support tool for healthier weight balance. Okay, what else? It's convenience and usage. So easy to integrate into daily routine. So designed as a 21-day reset program. So this is not about forcing your body to detox. It's about supporting your liver, gut, and cells so they can function more efficiently. So if you've been feeling bloated, sluggish, what else, or low in energy, especially this summer, a simple 21-day reset like this can help you feel lighter, clearer, and more in control of your health. Okay, next slide. Okay, next slide. Okay, we have this spirulina. So actually, spirulina, it's the nature's superfood. So spirulina is often called a superfood for a reason. Okay, it's one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, and it offers a very practical solution to everyday nutritional gaps. So why it matters? So in many people, even those who eat regularly, there's still hidden malnutrition. So can you believe that? No? So low protein intake, micronutrient deficiencies, poor diet quality due to convenience foods such as mga ano po natin, marami po tayong convenience foods ngayon na nagkalat. This is where spirulina becomes powerful. So, what spirulina provides? So, high quality plant protein, it supports the muscle, energy recovery. What else? It's rich in vitamins, iron, B vitamins, antioxidants. It supports also the immunity and detox pathways, and it helps improve energy and reduce fatigue. Okay, instead of buying multiple supplements or expensive foods, spirulina provides multiple nutrients in one simple, affordable source. Okay, that's why it's considered affordable, convenient, what else? High impact for daily nutrition. So, spirulina is not just a supplement. It's a nutritional safety net that helps fill the gaps in your daily diet. So, if you want a simple way to boost your nutrition or even your energy and overall health, then spirulina is one of the easiest and most practical places to start. Okay, next slide. Okay, most of the least cost. So if you're looking for a maximum results at the least cost, so this is one of the simplest systems you can follow. With just 12 tablets a day, you're already covering your nutrition gaps, your detox support, your energy and recovery needs. Instead of buying multiple products separately, you're giving your body a complete, efficient support system all in one routine. Okay, so most benefits for the least cost, just 12 tablets a day to support your entire system. So for those who want a practical and cost-effective approach, a structured intake of around 12 tablets daily can already support key areas such as your nutrition, mm, detox, and energy, especially when combined with proper lifestyle habits. So it's simple, consistent, complete. So because health doesn't have to be complicated. Kumbaga, it just has to be done daily. Okay. So, malapit na po akong matapos. So, just bear with me. Not all spirulina brands are equal. Okay. So, spirulina is powerful, but the quality of the source matters. Okay. Not all brands are processed the same, and not all deliver the same level of nutrients. So, why high quality spirulina matters? So, a good spirulina source provides a dense nutrition such as protein, vitamins, and minerals. What else? It has this anti-inflammatory support. So it helps reduce internal stress. What else? Immune support. So it strengthens your defense system and energy support that helps reduce fatigue. So powerful natural compounds. So what makes spirulina unique is its pigment-based nutrients. Okay? So as yung nilagay po natin dito, the chlorophyll, it supports the natural detox pathways. Phycocyanin, it's strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory support. Carotenoids, the red and yellow, so it protects cells from oxidative damage. No, these compounds help protect your body at the cellular level. Okay, so about detox and blood purification, I just need to clarify on this, no? Spirulina doesn't clean your blood directly. Okay, but it supports the liver function. It has this antioxidant activity. it the reduction of oxidative or oxidative stress, which indirectly helps your body process and eliminate unwanted substances more efficiently. Okay, so there are studies exploring spirulina's role in binding certain toxins and heavy metals, but it should be seen as supportive and not a replacement for medical treatment, especially in serious exposures. Okay, so when choosing spirulina, don't just look at the name, look at the quality. What else? Sourcing or even the formulation, because a high quality spirulina is not just a supplement. Okay? It's a daily foundation for energy, immunity, and overall health. Okay. Konti na lang po. So what are you feeding your body? Let me ask you something simple. What are you really feeding your body every day? So because spirulina is not just a supplement, it's one of the most nutrient-dense superfoods in the world, no? It delivers vitamins, minerals, and protein in one simple source, helping support energy, immunity, and recovery. So it's rich in iron and amino acids. So it helps fight fatigue and supports daily strength and stamina. So plus, it contains a powerful antioxidants that protect your cells from stress and damage. And the best part, it's 100% pure with no additives. So you're giving your body clean and a real nutrition. So if you want a simple way to upgrade your health, don't just eat more, eat smarter. So start with spirulina. Okay, next slide. Nanocell. Okay. So stress. Okay, let me ask you something simple. When you say I'm stressed, what do you really mean? No? Because stress is not just a feeling. It's actually a full body biological response. Okay? So it changes your hormones, your energy, your sleep, what else? Your digestion, even your craving. So when your body is under stress, it's not just in your mind anymore. So it's already in survival mode. And the real question is, are you living in that state without even realizing it? Okay. So live life in full bloom. So let's talk about something very important. So how your body handles stress at the cellular level. Because stress, pollution, poor sleep, and even heat don't just make you tired. So they create oxidative stress, which slowly damages your cells. So uh, this is where the berry aura comes in. Okay. So it's a powerful antioxidant supplement made from all natural ingredients designed to help your body fight oxidative stress from within. So what it supports? Usually brain health. It helps to improve the focus and mental clarity. Digestion supports the gut balance or the digestive processes and overall digestive function. What else? Stress protection. So it helps defend cells from daily stress damage. So why it's powerful? No? Baka may magtanong ko sa atin dito. Because it has an aura value over 1.2 million, which represents its strong antioxidant capacity, meaning it helps neutralize free radicals that contribute to aging, fatigue, and inflammation. So instead of just reacting to stress, you can actually support your body in protecting itself every single day. So live life in full bloom, no? So with stronger cells, clearer mind, and better resilience with Berry Aura. Okay. So next slide. Okay. So Berry Aura has nature's finest ingredients. So let me ask again you let me ask you this no again. So paulit-ulit kong sinasabi, what if you could support your body's defense system every single day using nature's most powerful antioxidant fruits, no? So because berry orac is not just one ingredient. So it's a synergistic blend of nature's finest antioxidants like acai. or acai berry, acerola, camu-camu, jabuticaba, grapeseed, lingonberry, noni, mangosteen, plus powerful compounds like resveratrol and astaxanthin. Grabe, no? So, ang daming nakalagay pala sa berry ORAC. That is why it's more, o ang ORAC value po niya is 1.2 million sa isang sachet po natin. Okay? So, it helps support the brain, digestion, and even cellular protection against daily stress and oxidative damage. So, instead of reacting to stress and aging, you support your body in fighting it every single day at the cellular level. So this is not just supplementation. This is protection from the inside out. Okay? So, bilisan pa natin. So, usually 1.2 million antioxidants and enzyme for brain health and digestion because berry ORAC delivers over 1.2 million antioxidants. Sabi ko kanina. So it's designed to help protect our body from oxidative stress while supporting the brain function, digestion, and energy balance. So the berry ORAC, which is usually your daily ally for a healthy brain, body, and life. Okay, next slide. We have also the NanoCell Ultima Stem Plus. So, actually, this is my last slide na, no? So, usually Ultima Stem Plus is a cellular support supplement, no? It's designed with one main focus, helping your body function more efficiently at the level where aging actually begins, which is your cells. Okay, so the key active concept is the NMN support. So it contains the NMN. Dok, ano yung NMN? It's nicotinamide mononucleotide. So which is widely studied in the field of healthy aging because it supports the body's natural NAD plus pathways. So NAD, usually it's essential for cellular energy production, DNA repair processes, mitochondrial function. So as we age, these levels naturally decline. So we have also multi-compound cellular support. So beyond NMN, which is incorporated in our Ultima Stem Plus, it also includes a blend of natural compounds that are traditionally associated with cellular protection, reduce oxidative stress, support for regeneration and repair mechanisms. And the goal is not just one pathway, but multiple aging-related stress factors. Okay, so I just want to clarify on this, the Ultima Stem Plus is a stem cell activator. Okay? So it is described as supporting the body's natural regenerative signaling pathways. So hindi ka na pupunta ng Switzerland para magpa-inject ng 2 million na stem cell. So itong Ultima Stem Plus natin, usually wala pang actually hindi pa po siya pricey no? So this involvement on how the body maintains and repairs the tissue kapag tinake po natin ito over time. So this does not mean it creates stem cells directly. So but rather it supports the body's natural recovery and cellular renewal environment. So our product format is 90 capsules per bottle. So it is designed as a daily cellular nutrition support system. So Ultima Stem Plus focuses on supporting energy, repair, and cellular resilience. That is why pwede po ito sa may mga cancer or even sa may mga chronic kidney diseases, no? And addresses also the aging, not just from one angle, but from multiple biological pathways. So instead of just managing aging from the outside, this supports your body from the inside, the cellular level, where the real change begins. Okay. Okay, not just stem cells. So let me explain this clearly because most people think anti-aging supplements are about just one ingredient. That's not how the body actually works. So Ultima Stem Plus is not just about stem cells or NMN alone. Okay, so what makes it powerful is the synergistic combination of the natural compounds working together inside your body. So when these ingredients are combined, they don't act in isolation. So they create a multi-level support system for cellular health. So they help support cellular energy production, so you can feel less fatigue. What else? They support the body's natural repair and regeneration processes, and they help reduce the impact of oxidative stress and daily aging factors. And the good thing in here is they support the overall strength, resilience, and vitality at the cellular level. So instead of targeting just one aspect of aging, you are supporting multiple biological systems at the same time, because real health is always system-wide, not single target. Okay? That's why Ultima Stem Plus is different. So it's not just a supplement with one function. So it's synergistic cellular support formula designed to help your body perform better, recover better, or even age better from within. Okay, so if you're serious about energy, recovery, and long-term wellness, don't just choose a single action products. Choose a compounded synergy that works with your body every day. Okay? What else? Plus, of course, here's a clean, credible, and safe way to present the information. Okay, so Aronia melanocarpa, we call it Ultima 17. So Aronia melanocarpa, also known as the black chokeberry, is one of the most antioxidant-rich berries known in nutrition science. So what it does in the body? So it is well recognized for its ability to help the body manage oxidative stress, which is a process linked to cellular aging and inflammation. Rich in powerful antioxidant, it helps combat oxidative stress and supports overall cellular protection. Okay. So we have also the ORAC strength. It has the very high ORAC. So ano ang ORAC? It's oxygen radical absorbance capacity. So it's a score, no? Which measures the antioxidant potential of foods. So this means it has a strong capacity to help neutralize free radicals that contribute to cell damage. So it is best understood as a supportive antioxidant food ingredient that helps promote general cellular health and protection. Okay. So, Doc, ang dami mong sinasabi. So, ang simple takeaway po natin dito is Aronia melanocarpa is valued for its high antioxidant content. So, it supports the body in managing oxidative stress or oxidative stress and promoting overall wellness. So, when we talk about long-term health, it's not just about treating symptoms, no? So it's about giving your body strong antioxidant support at the cellular level where real protection begins. Okay. So next slide. Actually, konting-konti na lang po ito, no? So the Aronia's impact on health. Actually, Aronia is extremely rich in antioxidant and has a very high ORAC value. Sabi ko po kanina, which means it has a strong capacity to help the body neutralize free radicals that contribute to oxidative stress and cellular aging. So, what this means in simple terms is it supports your body's natural defense system at the cellular level, and it helps to promote overall wellness, energy balance, and resilience. So, instead of focusing only on symptoms, Aronia helps support the body where health truly begins inside your cells. So that's why it's valued as a natural antioxidant support for long-term health and vitality. Okay. Okay, my last slide is the Ultima Stem Plus. Okay, so, well, I've told you a while ago, it's a cellular support supplement with NMN. and other synergistic natural compounds designed to support overall wellness and healthy aging. So in summary, it helps support cellular energy production, promote repair and regeneration processes, reduce oxidative stress. What else? Improve overall vitality and resilience, and it provides multi-level cellular support, not just a single target effect. So our dosaging with this is 1 to 3 capsules daily with meals. Uh, kung kaya naman, empty stomach for faster absorption, and not suitable for pregnant and lactating mothers. Okay. Okay. So as I've discussed about summer burnout, usually we have plan here. Of course, first, it's the awareness. So we should track your body. We monitor our energy patterns daily. So afternoon crashes, sabi ko kanina, it's equals to possible cortisol dysregulation. What else is for the sleep recovery? Keep the bedroom at 18 to 20 degrees centigrade or Celsius, or about 65 to 68 Fahrenheit. Use a cooling strategy before bed. So as much as possible, we use shower, fan, cooling pad, etc. Number three is the hydration reset. So drink electrolytes daily. So we should aim for 1/2 body weight in ounce of water and support sodium, potassium, magnesium balance. Number four is cellular support. So add 1 to 2 nanocell or adaptogen-based supplements, and we focus on recovery, energy, and stress resilience. And number five, the smart exercise timing. So sabi ko pa kanina, move intense workouts to morning or evening and avoid peak heat at around mga 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we have the stress reset tool. We should practice one breath work technique daily. Okay, so why? We have the physiologic sigh. Sabi ko pa kanina, it's the fastest immediate calm. Okay. So, well, small daily adjustment create major hormonal and energy shifts over time. So we should protect our cortisol as well, protect our energy, protect our summer. So as I end, everything we discuss today comes down to one simple truth. Okay, your body is not struggling randomly. Summer heat, poor sleep, dehydration, what else? Ano pa po yung diniscuss natin? And stress, all converge on one system. So your cortisol and energy regulation system. Okay, when this system is dysregulated, you feel it as fatigue, poor sleep, what else? Afternoon crashes, cravings, and burnout, even when you're doing everything right. Okay, so what we've learned today is that small, consistent interventions like better sleep, cooling, proper hydration with electrolytes, smart timing of movement, breath work, and nutrition can significantly restore balance to how your body responds to stress. And for those who want additional support this season, this summer season, we also have nanocell-based nutraceutical supports options designed to help or even improve the cellular energy, stress resilience, what else, and recovery during periods of high physiological demand like what we are experiencing now, the summer heat. Okay? So these are not replacements for healthy habits, but they can act as support system that help your body recover faster, adapt better, and maintain energy more consistently throughout the day. So as you go through this summer, remember small changes compound. Your sleep matters, your hydration matters, your stress response matters. And if you choose to support your body further, these tools are here to help you do exactly that. Thank you, and let's protect your energy this summer. So